Hi guys, welcome to MileScience webinar. I'm your old friend Jessica. Today let's discuss something about mining. Do you know currently about 3 million pounds of minerals, metals, and fuels are required by each person in their lifetime? In order to produce these materials and keep up with growing demand, the mining industry needs to adapt with new technologies like IIoT. The fact is mining industry is currently embracing the new technologies and undergoing an Internet of Things revolution, according to a new study. A very interesting highlights that 32% of respondents from mining organizations consider themselves as digital champions and innovators. Why? Because they would pilot new technologies without waiting for others to prove it first. So I think that's a very positive signal to IoT industry. And next, we are going to discuss about challenges when we deploy a mine, the considerations and what kind of IoT technologies can be used, and how IoT technology can help or transform mining industry. Usually, when we deploy a mine, there's always need for new infrastructure, right? So, when a mining organization is setting up a new mine, in terms of infrastructure, they are responsible to set up all the telecom infrastructure and wireless by themselves. In most use cases, mines are usually in undeveloped area. There's nothing, no coverage, no wireless service, except maybe satellite, like GPS service. They need to deploy like energy transportation to get the materials and stuff like that. They need storage facilities, but the most important one is telecommunication. So this is our focus today. Usually, since there's nothing, no coverage from operator or carriers, the connectivity would be a big challenge. And because of the complicated geographic of mines, it's always difficult to deploy Ethernet cables or fibers, no matter on the surface or subsurface. So wireless connectivity is the first option, but the big challenge is not perfect. There's coverage gaps, and there can be data performance variability, For mining applications, this means or potentially means data missing, or delayed data or applications totally cannot work. And in underground or in large open-pit environments, wireless services are constantly changing. For instance, when digging deeper or wider, or when tailing piles grow, then we have to reconfigure the existing network. We have to re-optimize the existing network. And for the large vehicles and equipment, when they are changing positions or during mobility, it's very hard to deliver connectivity to them. So we have to set up multiple and well-positioned antennas for the signal coverage. For example, the autonomous trucks, they need to be constantly covered with a network, and this network has to provide a high data rate and also sometimes low latency. Because they need to be connected, then their position, take a decision where to go, and avoid other trucks. So they need like vehicle-to-vehicle communication technologies. They need to ensure that accuracy in operation is available 100% of the time. I think that's very critical for the operation of the mine. And there are many robots and machines are being controlled remotely for those automation applications. How to deliver uninterrupted video uplink connectivity and enough bandwidth for the data transmission with no latency. I think that's a big concern to the managers. And the radio interference, as there are so many machines need to be monitored, need to be working at the same time. Some of them are not mission-critical ones. They can tolerate delays, such as the environmental monitoring, such as the conveyor belt monitoring. So this IoT technology can support several years work lifetime for this low data rate transmission. And it better be high interference immunity when working with other technologies together. Now, when more and more devices connected and connected applications become more and more important, the consequences and impact of any mistake or interrupted data transmission will be very horrible. And now there are two popular IoT technologies that have been positively tried by global minds because government give them permission to use licensed spectrum. From technical perspective, the frequencies are open to be used, like the cellular-based 5G, or they can freely use unlicensed spectrum, like LoRa Technology, to build up a private network. So, depending on the scenario, and they use different range of IoT technologies. And we are going to review that quickly. Firstly, the 5G technology. Mice can deploy 5G network over there. The wireless data performance and reliability requirements are guaranteed by using dedicated 5G network. Cellular can figure out many issues that Wi-Fi do not do, such as for the wireless deployments. And mines are often remote if mines enabled private 5G cellular deployment, which can be periodically optimized and reconfigured without risk of interference to other public cellular networks or from the nearby cellular stations. So, here I'd like to introduce our upcoming new product, mild-side 5G CPE device, which can be deployed in both indoor and outdoor environment. Just a very short video to get some general specifications of this 5G-enabled CPE.
Introducing mild-side UF51 5G CPE. UF51 is designed for indoor and outdoor applications. By adopting industrial-grade materials, it can survive from extreme heat, extreme cold, heavy rain, and so on. It offers flexible installation options, pole mounting, desk mounting, wall mounting, and bottom screw mounting. To meet the demand of strong and reliable performance, it armors with Qualcomm quad-core SoC, 512 megabits RAM, and 5G flash memory. UF51 supports both SE and NSE mode. UF51 features fast speed, low latency, high reliability, and massive connection. Enjoy your 5G networking with UF51, fast and futurist. Stay connected via Ethernet, cellular, or Wi-Fi. UF51 has rich interfaces, including digital input and output, RS-232 serial port, and RS-485 serial port. It supports multiple VPN protocols. UF51 has various methods for security. Mild-side Device Hub provides belt configuration, firmware upgrade, and status monitoring for UF51 on remote location. It also supports Python secondary development for customized applications. Mild-side UF51 5G CPE is an excellent choice for smart office, smart traffic, smart robotics, smart manufacturing, smart medical services, smart surveillance, smart city, and so on.
Okay, that's a very short video to introduce our 5G CPE terminal device. I think it is a very high-performance 5G network terminal. Here are some highlights. It's designed with Qualcomm chips, as the video introduced, and industry-leading 5G technology to convert 5G signals into WLAN signals and network cable access signals, then provide industry users with wireless broadband access services. It provides high protection and reliability for customers as well as wireless broadband services for the equipment and vehicles regardless of the environment, like indoor, outdoor, and working conditions, no matter what it is. And is mainly oriented to the transportation industry, like the airports, expressways, and also the manufacturing industry, like the plants, factories, and mines. And by the way, it comes with 3 years warranty, and also it supports all the routing functions that are available in the cellular routers. You can find it in our 5G CPE. And you know how it works in the mining industry? Well, such as the autonomous tubs and trucks. Now in many mines, they are starting using that because the tubs and the trucks could handle a lot of heavy works. They could make the volume of the transport more efficiently. So they increase in that volume instead of having man-driven trucks and tubs. They can run at a higher speed and survive for a longer work lifetime in this harsh environment, and just needs less maintenance. So they don't break easily, and also the security is a huge factor because those trucks now they have like a lot of sensors and cameras inside, so they could detect it if there's a human presence or if there's another truck, so they don't hit each other. And for mining operations, trucks often in mobile status, which cost very expensive to maintain the connectivity for data transmission. So this 5G network can be easily built up with 5G CPE from different endpoints. This saves mining operations big troubles and time. Let's see how. Here is the deployment topographic. So mines, the core servers, can be deployed in the computer room of the center, and the 5G base stations, it can be deployed inside of the tunnels and also built in the open pit area to ensure the full wireless coverage. And the 5G CPE provides the wireless access to system terminals for truck dispatching and slope monitoring. There are various sensors and cameras on the cars, trucks, or even underground robots for video capture or video stream capture or speed, location, direction monitoring. And the 5G CPE provides the rich interfaces, as we said in the video, like the Ethernet port, digital input, digital output, RS-232, RS-485, the serial port for different type of devices connection, and all the data that are collected from the sensors or the high-resolution videos from the cameras will be transmitted through 5G network, no matter is the public or private network, so which solve the problem of the screen freeze and the delays in the remote center. I think the efficiency, of course, will be increased, as well as the safety for our laborers, since they can just go into the tunnels or go to the field when incidents happens. And the outside 5G CPE also offers Wi-Fi access. It can be installed in the mining camps and in the office area to provide convenient internet action, the internet connection for maximum 128 devices simultaneously at the same time. 128 mobile devices like iPad or your mobile phone, you can visit internet at the same time through this 5G CPE device. And also, depending on the scenario, mines can use different range of IoT technologies. So besides the 5G cellular, the unlicensed spectrum based on LoRa technology has been widely applied in mines as well, especially in the conveyor belt monitoring. Why? Because LoRa technology comes with the beautiful and powerful features, like low power consumption, like the high interference immunity, but extremely long-range connectivity of more than 50 kilometers by trading off data rate. So LoRa technology creates the industrial IoT solutions that are highly scalable by number of the sensors and gateways to cover even the largest work site or mines. So here I'd like to introduce our outdoor version, LoRa OneBased Gateway UG67 through this short video.
Introducing MileSite UG67 Outdoor LoRaWAN Gateway. Specifically designed for outdoor LoRa network deployments, UG67 is capable of resisting the harshest environment. It adopts industrial-grade materials to survive from the extreme cold and heat, excessive sun exposure, heavy rain, and so on. UG67 embeds supercapacitors. Therefore, after the power outage, it can still work for 1 minute and immediately send out power off alert to admins via SMS and email. Alert for power failure is essential in time-sensitive and safety-critical applications. For massive deployments, connecting and configuring sensors and corresponding network servers is always a time-consuming task. By leveraging multi-gateway architecture, UG67 can set up an extended star networking. Users can connect and configure all sensors in just one embedded network server and flexibly install all sensors in the coverage of the whole star network. And when one gateway is failed, sensors can automatically connect to a nearby gateway. UG67 is armored with quad-core 1.5 GHz SoC, 512 megabits RAM, and 8 gigs flash memory. Also, the new generation of LoRa chip, SX1302, empowers UG67 with high capabilities. Now, UG67 can support data receiving and transmitting simultaneously, and quickly handle a higher amount of traffic. Besides internal LoRa antennas, UG67 can additionally install 2 external LoRa antennas to improve the LoRa signal. With deep penetration ability, UG67 covers a 15 kilometers radius of rural area, supporting up to 2,000 end nodes via 8 channels. UG67 has a built-in network server and is also capable with multiple network server platforms like TTN and ChirpStack. UG67 is fully working with MileSite IoT Cloud for easy deployment, management, and configuration on PC or mobile phone. The MileSite Device Hub provides spell configuration, firmware upgrade, and status monitoring for UG67 on remote locations. UG67 is an ideal choice for IoT applications such as smart building, smart agriculture, smart transportation, smart livestock farming, and so on. Want to learn more? Feel free to contact us.
So in MileSite, I think you can get LoRa OneBased gateways, of course, the indoor version gateway, outdoor version gateway, as well as the LoRa OneBased sensors, different types of sensors. So here in this webinar, I just introduced 2 of them. The EM500, PT100, the temperature sensor, and this carbon dioxide sensor. And also, I like to specially introduce these sensors first, because the temperature sensor is designed by Platinum, and purely physical 4-in-1 sensor for carbon dioxide detection, the EM500-carbon dioxide CO2. Sensors and gateways, they are coming with CE and FCC certification. Some models also come with their local certification, like RCM. So please double check with your sales account, as well as the gateway, okay? And they are 100% compatible with each other, but also works very well with the third-party vendors. The third-party vendors and manufacturers sensors or gateway, because they are LoRa protocol based. And also these gateways and outdoor version gateway and this EM500 serial sensors, they are IP67, this rating protection. So you can use it for both indoor and outdoor applications. And for the configuration, of course, you can realize it through the NFC communication. And their working lifetime up to 10 years. Okay. And let's see how we can work them in the application, the mining application. So, the other use case is the smart conveyor belt. It's similar like that you have in your treadmill at home, or that's transporting low material from the mines to the processing plant. Usually, mine operations have to contract specialists, experts, to monitor factors like the belt idler, the temperature, and typically this could cost hundreds of dollars per hour. And if our conveyor belt stops working, there's no material transported. The entire mine operation will stop. And operation managers need to keep it rolling and know exactly what's happening with that belt. Well, is there a suitable technology that can support managers to do this by themselves in real time without the risk of human errors? I think that's what we want to introduce in this application. The LoRa-based solution, the really beautiful thing of LoRa technology is very simply network. So, mile-side LoRa gateway, especially the UG67 outdoor version gateway, it can be installed at a building top, at a signal tower, or any higher position to ensure the signal coverage. And the LoRa-enabled sensors can be developed and customized to fit into existing mining infrastructure, including the conveyor belts. These small and durable sensors connect to the private networks based on the LoRa protocol, so this real-time data can be transferred in extreme conditions across the mine, across the entire mining industry. And conveyor belt, it can run up to 10 miles, very big, very long distance. So with this LoRa-based end-to-end solution, the mines managers, they can keep a close eyes on the belt in case of potential ripping. For example, the stress sensor measures the stress. If belt rips, sensor will transmit a signal to the belt control and shutting down the belt immediately. Operators can inspect the damage and decide how best to repair the system. Additional sensors, like the temperature sensor, smoke sensor, vibration sensor, they are placed on the belt idlers to measure the temperature of the idler bearing. The mine operators can timely follow up the status to prevent overheating and fires. So, with the raw data, different data from different sensors, the operators can analyze the information in real time and determine the best course of action to decide what's the best way to repair the system. So finally, I want to say the Internet of Things can really and greatly help improve our company's overall productivity. In addition to boosting your bottom line, it can improve the miners' safety, and when miners are working in hazardous environments. By reducing the costs, these IoT technologies, 5G and LoRa, can help improve your productivity so that you can expand your company's operations. And in case there are any information that's missing in this presentation, please feel free to write us email. You can visit our website to get more details about this 5G CPE or LoRa-based solution. So that's all for today's webinar. Thank you for your attending. See you next time. Bye-bye.